Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have an exceptionally interesting video lined up for you, and it is perhaps one big reason why I'm so bullish on Hedera Hashgraph, and it has everything to do with AI and the Internet of Things. Now, what is the Internet of Things? Well, it's another sort of iteration of the Internet. Right now we are communicating over the Internet of Information. We are currently building with distributed ledger technology, and Hedera is also going to play a key role in this sector, the Internet of Value, which is where value is tokenized and sent and interacted with as freely as information is on the internet. But there is also this kind of Internet of Things that is still to come. And Hedera is playing, I would say, a central role in all three of these internets, two of which we're only just starting to build and are going to have a massive impact in tomorrow's world. So Hedera is going to change things within the Web 2 sector, and we're already seeing many examples of that. It's also going to change things and enable actually the kind of Internet of Value through the tokenization of real world assets. They've been highlighted. They were actually highlighted by the IMF recently in regards to what they're doing with Archax and with a BlackRock sort of money market fund on there, Fidelity Money Market Fund, State Street, etc. But they also are now becoming a favorite in regards to enabling the Internet of Things. And we see this with the likes of what WiseKey and SealQ are doing and how they're working with SpaceX to implement Hedera's technology to enable the communication between things, machines, satellites. We're also seeing this in regards to what was announced with Equity Labs and, of course, NVIDIA and Intel. And this is something I don't want people to take their minds off of. So yesterday we did a technical video in the face of adversary with the price action, and we said, look, this is perfect. And we looked how we like to look at the markets through phase analysis and said, this is brilliant. This is just a retest. We've now got that broader uptrend ahead of us. And we showed you plenty of examples. Do go and watch yesterday's video. We're yet to see what the crypto czar has to say. But this is really going to be more of a fundamental video in regards to one big reason, and there's hundreds, that I'm actually as bullish on Hedera as I am. And I want to start off with a tweet here from Mario Nolful. The $10 trillion revolution. Why humanoid robots will redefine society. Humanoid robots are set to transform civilization more profoundly than the internet revolution. We shall see. Tesla aims to produce thousands this year, with Elon Musk projecting $10 trillion in revenue as robot potential replaces US jobs at just $5 an hour. Operating costs, working 20-hour daily for 350 days yearly with perfect accuracy. These machines will revolutionize everything from healthcare. We're already seeing use cases on the Hedera block, distributed ledger, and many other blockchains out there. I interviewed the CEO of Algorand, Stacey Warden. They're doing something which essentially means you can't tamper with image generation, which becomes very relevant. Anyway, to space exploration. While some fear job displacement, robots will free humans from dangerous and repetitive work while creating new economic opportunities. The future isn't decades away. It's arriving this year. And this is from Goldman Sachs and, of course, referencing Tesla. This is, of course, a picture of Elon Musk and a robot. But there are complex problems to solve if you don't want to end up in a kind of iRobot-esque situation. And just like we are now using distributed ledgers to essentially kind of tokenize data and to provide provenance to data that we run language models on in the form of AI, we need that same technology when it comes to something as important as a kind of robot that is going to play a role in the real world. We need to make sure it doesn't hallucinate like what we've seen with AI. And this is a problem that distributed ledgers are solving. There's a beautiful marrying up of AI and blockchains, but actually the enabling factor that facilitates in much the same way that the internet facilitates the transfer of information, the kind of interaction and transaction of things, machines, is going to be entirely enabled by distributed ledger technology from a transactional point of view, from a provenance point of view, from a governance point of view, etc., etc., etc. And this is but one monumental undertaking that this industry is taking part in. And actually Hedera really, in my opinion, is front and center. So not only is it looking to tokenize hundreds of trillions of dollars worth of value, it's looking to entirely revolutionize how value is interacted within the world and what value is and how currencies work, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's doing unbelievable things across the board, but actually it's front and center in regards to what we're yet to experience, which is the Internet of Things, where we have this interconnected world of essentially machines. And a key enabler of all that is going to be a distributed ledger like Hedera Hashgraph for very obvious reasons. And if we look at what WiseKey and, of course, Sealcoin and SealQ Corp are doing, they're already integrating Hedera's technology for the reasons cited here. And we'll get into a clip also. So the integration of WiseKey, Sealcoin, SealCorp, and Hedera, the Hashgraph, in Web3 significantly enhances cybersecurity by creating a highly secure, decentralized infrastructure for digital identity transactions and data integrity. WiseKey's KPI and quantum root of trust establishes a verifiable identity layer that eliminates phishing, impersonations, and authorized access. By combining this with Sealcoin, which functions as a cryptographically secured transaction mechanism tied to digital identities, the risk of fraud in decentralized finance, DeFi, smart contracts, and tokenization assets is mitigated. So when you look at the stack that enables the Web 2 world, there's weaknesses across the board. This is how we hear so often about hacks and data leaks and things like this. Simply the implementation of a distributed ledger and smart contracts can eradicate that. Now, how important is that when you have an army of workforce robots and they need to get information from somewhere? What happens if there was a hack in there? Distributed ledgers solve this problem. And that's the kind of governance point of view. So Hedera Hashgraph's asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance, ABFT, consensus ensures immutability and security at scale while providing high-speed, low-latency transaction finality. Unlike traditional blockchains, Hashgraph prevents forks and 51% attacks through its Gossip about Gossip's protocol. We need to do a whole video on that to break it down. And virtual voting, making it an ideal distributed ledger for Web3 applications requiring deterministic security. The integration of WiseKey's post-quantum cryptography technology future-proofs Web3 security by securing wallet transactions and IoT devices, these robots are, and they fall into that category, against quantum-based attacks. Trusted platform modules embedded in IoT devices ensure cryptographic keys protecting, while Sealcoin's integration with these ensure enclaves ensures trust transactions across decentralized network. By leveraging WiseKey's identity infrastructure, Sealcoin's verifiable transactions, and Hedera's high assurance ledger, Web3 ecosystems can establish a quantum-resistant, fraud-proof, and scalable security foundation. This architecture not only secures identity linked to transactions, but also ensures compliance with data privacy regulations like GDPR, eliminates central points of failure while enabling trustless authentication across metaverse applications, decentralized applications, and next-generation AI-driven ecosystems. I think this is a video I was really excited to do because a lot of people, this is quite a high-level topic, but this is such a massive opportunity. Elon Musk just talking about robots at $10 trillion. What's the value, just like we look at with the sort of world of the Internet of Value, what's the value of a protocol like Hedera that essentially secures the Internet of Things, which is coming, and we're already seeing billions of devices onboarded, and Hedera very much front and center. Let's play a quick clip of WiseKey talking about this, their CEO. Then we'll talk about what they're doing with NVIDIA and Intel, two of the largest companies in the world, and how Hedera is being leveraged there. Then we'll reveal some things at Davos. And then we're actually going to talk about what HiveMind had to say in regards to Hedera and its transformational properties, and then we'll look at a little bit of price action.
The password, and don't use the same password in all the cameras that you're going to put in an airport, right? Mm-hmm. So this industry has never paid attention to cybersecurity. I mean, WiseKey, which is the mother company of SealSQ, has been working over 25 years in providing cybersecurity at that level. I think what is as being a major driver here is that identity plays that were centralized before, like companies VeriSign, Symantec, and all that, can now be basically put on a blockchain. So the verification aspect is faster and cheaper and decentralized. So suddenly IoT companies are saying, okay, maybe we should put an identity certificate on my object. Once they reach that conclusion, the second question is, where am my object? I mean, where are you going to put the chip? So you have to go into the electronics of the object and configure the chip that goes inside, and you just put an identity. And this is a breakthrough already. We have 1.6 billion objects already with that identity embedded into the object. So once you are there, the objects connect, and then once you connect, you start to feel the pain, because once you connect it, you're exposed, right? And there's where quantum computers will basically have a very, very big day by breaking RSA. All those machines are based on RSA or triple dash or existing crypto. So we need to modify the crypto layer and the algorithm. And that's specifically what we do now. So it's going to be a day, and everybody's very concerned that if you really a truly quantum computer arrives, that quantum computer will break everything within seconds. And it's going to be like a window on where you're going to have to migrate to post-quantum computer security. And hopefully those quantum computers will be owned by Googles of the world, so we're going to be kind of secure place to play with. But what about if this is being owned by a hostile country or hostile player? I mean, the disruption will be phenomenal, right?
Hacks are already pretty bad, but you can imagine how much worse they get when AI is fully integrated in the world, and certainly IoT, and we have, the integration of machines with one another. Certainly humanoid machines, which are coming, by the way, guys. You can imagine that the kind of need for this technology, and Hedera is actually playing a fundamental role there. Obviously, a few months ago now, or a month or so ago, we had Equity Labs, NVIDIA, and Intel unveil a verifiable compute, the first hardware-based solution to audit and govern AI workflow, leveraging the Hedera consensus service through, obviously, Equity Labs, to create an immutable ledger of AI computation of capabilities NVIDIA, GPU, and Intel CPU. I actually can't state how big this announcement was. Hedera's enterprise-grade infrastructure, backed by a council of global leaders like Dell, sets it apart from other blockchains by providing the scalability and security essential for bringing verifiable compute to market. Hedera's visionary leadership team has long shaped the network to meet real-world business needs, positioning it as a trusted platform for enterprise adoption. And who bigger than NVIDIA? NVIDIA, up until the obviously DeepSeek news on Monday, was the largest stock in the world. It's now, I think, third or fourth. And obviously at Davos, all of this was expressed in detail. There was quite a focus on the back end of AI, but also IoT. And this was from Hivemind. This is something I found very interesting. 9 themes we're excited about for 2025. Now, if we go down to the AI revolution demands trust, Hedera redefines it. And they mention Hedera specifically. Let's read this before we dive into a little bit of price action. The AI revolution demands trust. Hedera redefines it. Enterprise blockchain has been a long time coming, but the pieces are finally fitting into place. Verifiable compute marries advanced hardware with blockchain to ensure AI outputs are provable. Remember, provenance is the real task that these blockchains are solving, and also governance. Traceable and trustworthy, enabling cryptographic proofs that generate or guarantee trust in every AI decision. Deployment through collaborations with Equity Labs, Intel, and NVIDIA. Verifiable compute redefines AI security by rooting trust directly in advanced hardware, leveraging a hardware-based SLSA security level 3 system. It provides cryptographic certificates to govern and audit AI workflows, all underpinned by the transparency and immutability of Hedera's network. This innovation reflects years of research and highlights the transformative potential of partnerships between leading enterprises and the Hedera ecosystem. This makes enterprise-grade AI not only secure, but also verifiable, a game changer for industries like finance, healthcare, supply chains management, and beyond. As AI reshapes global industries, Hedera is emerging as a backbone for enterprise-grade blockchain solutions, with its fast, fair ordering and open source consensus mechanism that is ABFT, so Byzantine fault tolerant, secure, and transactions priced in fiat. That's a big thing most people don't realize. Hedera removes the volatility concerns that previously dissuaded enterprise adoption, paving the way for a new era of trusted and scalable AI integrations. Richard C., managing partner and head of research. Guys, the picture couldn't be a more clear one. What we're doing here is just highlighting a sector that Hedera is working on and pioneering and enabling. And that is not just the Internet of Things, but this AI revolution. Hedera plays a very important role in that. There has to be a way to provide provenance to AI, certainly in regards to large language models and the output that it gives, so that you can restrain it. There's also privacy issues, there's security issues, et cetera, et cetera. A blockchain like Hedera or a distributed ledger like Hedera, because it's not a blockchain, it's a DAG, has so many unique features that ultimately enable these industries. Not to mention the entire financial system is being overhauled by distributed ledgers like Hedera. Just quickly to finish things off on a little bit of price action, although we're not going to spend too much time on it. We did look at this yesterday. What Hedera has done here is perfect. We always looked at the possibility of a retest. We've had that. You will now see continuation. If you want more of an in-depth price update, do go and check out yesterday's video, because I show you plenty of examples of charts playing out in the manner that we look at them or expect them to, and where Hedera is in relation to that and where it's going. That's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this content as much as I enjoyed presenting it. And on that note, I'm going to see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.